Yo, what's good family, and welcome to one of the most important timelines and countdowns in Kaspa's history. Arguably bigger than the 10 blocks per second hard fork migration that happened on May 5th, 2025 this year. I'm talking the smart contracts that are knocking at the door. Just 20 days are remaining, and in light of this exciting time, Kaspa's founder Som Polinsky just dropped a huge bombshell, being the plan for zkVMs, the plan for native smart contracts that will be released at the end of this month, which is absolutely insane stuff. I cannot wait to see what is in store for Kaspa. As we look at the market chart right now, we are in an uptrend. Bitcoin has now surpassed the $120,000 zone, currently up 1.53% on the daily time frame, valued at $121,143. It looks like the buyers and institutions are trying to push Bitcoin into price discovery once again, pushing it a lot higher, and in accordance to the M2 money supplies, we can see here, should Bitcoin break above that all-time high, it is well on track to reach 128, if not $130,000 at the very least, which is extremely bullish news. The market again is evidently in a bullish uptrend, and even Ethereum has surpassed the $4,000 target, reaching prices we have not seen in almost 4 years since the 2021 bull cycle. We're going up, family. Right now, Ethereum's currently up 0.1% on the daily time frame, valued at $4,258. And then, of course, there's Kaspa, which, of course, to no one's surprise, I'm sure, it isn't moving too much today, currently down 0.65% on the daily time frame, which is not too bad, currently valued at 9.27 cents. But here's the thing, even now, as you should already know, I am still very optimistic and bullish with Kaspa. Why? Well, there's a number of reasons. One, as highlighted here from Kaspa Daily, the funding rates are staying positive and have remained this way since June this year, ultimately suggesting that there is a lot more long-term bias and bullish sentiment for this asset than there is bearish. And then also, and arguably more importantly, if I quickly turn back time to remind you of what happened on July 21st, right here, this day we got the confirmed launch date for Kasplex's mainnet launch, those smart contracts, and this was the day Kaspa rallied 20% in value. Now that doesn't of course guarantee that we will be seeing similar levels of volatility and price action on the 33rd of August when the smart contracts come out, but it does indicate there's evidently a lot of FOMO around these smart contracts, the launch of them, and therefore could result in a FOMO rally of sorts leading up to the 31st of August, maybe going a hell of a lot higher. As Kasplex just announced, they are almost ready and are now just making the final preparations for the mainnet launch. This article here from AP gives a brief summary of the Kasplex smart contracts, the planned launch date down here, alongside some of the other dApps and tools being built with Kaspa, like the KFC, Kaspa Finance, and then also KES and Kasplex achievements. For example, over 130 million transactions occurring on the KRC20 thus far, which is very bullish news. Now, like many of you, I am sure, I am extremely excited for the release of these smart contracts and what it will mean for Kaspa's adoption, the potential to see stablecoins like USDC and USDT on Kaspa, and therefore what it will do to Kaspa's price. But I am also, some of you share my sentiment that the Kasplex team need to get this right. Because while over 130 million transactions for the KRC20s is very impressive in almost a year since their launch, we cannot forget the issues that arose. The KRC20s were a rush release the first time round, and there were still problems on the second and final release. They cannot make a mistake this time. It will lose too much investor sentiment and confidence in their project. So I am happy they're taking their time with this one and aiming to release it by the end of this month instead of releasing it in Q2 like they originally stated. And I'm also very happy to hear that all components will be open source, so we can actually see what is happening within Kasplex. As Chris Kang highlights here, the exact timeline is still under discussion as they are trying to balance open sourcing with preventing copycatting, but the audit report will be available in the next few days. Again, just 20 days, family. That's how close we are. And for those who believe that Kaspa's biggest developments and catalysts are coming too late in the cycle, that we're going to miss this bull cycle, well, in my VIP, we just covered this alpha document from Sygnum Bank, which explicitly mentions that this bull cycle has more room to go, has further to go, and may extend into 2026. We covered this briefly in yesterday's live stream, but in a lot more detail in the VIP. So if you want to learn much more to understand how to better capitalize in these markets, then come check out the Coin Factory VIP. We have a limited time offer where you can join for free for 7 days, and now thanks to our working together with BYDFI, an exchange of no KYC, no VPN and regulatory licenses in Canada, the United States, Australia and many more regions. Should you sign up through the affiliate link down below in the description and follow the steps in our free Discord server, you will receive many benefits, including 17% discounts on all future trades, permanent VIP access to the BYDFI channels, and a 1-month free trial to the Coin Factory executives, and so much more. So if that interests you, link down below in the description, and I hope to see you there. Now we have this bombshell post from Sompolinsky on the next stage of smart contract that will be coming to Kaspa. Again, insane stuff. The reason why these smart contracts are such a big deal is because they combine the best elements of Bitcoin, Ethereum and Solana into a package into Kaspa. And we can see here from Kaspa Onion, Ethereum scaling path leads on rollups, which are like mini servers with power to censor or to screw up. With Solana, you can do fast composability, but it blows the layer 1 so badly that only the big servers can keep up, meaning that it cannot be effectively used by people like us, the smaller people, the retail, which destroys decentralization. And then, of course, we know that Kaspa is still scalable and secure and decentralized. This means that these smart contracts will grant you true sovereignty of your assets, which is something that no other chain has ever achieved. Bitcoin level security with the scalability of Solana and the interoperability of Ethereum. To run through it a little bit more, Sompolinsky's proposal introduces a new architecture called Synchronously Composable Verifiable Programs, or VPROGs for short, as we can see here. Now, what are VPROGs? Well, think of them like mini blockchains or mini smart contracts that live directly on the Kaspa layer 1 and are each independent to each other, while also being able to communicate and connect without third parties or rollups without any delays, which is again a very big deal. It will improve decentralization as the hardware requirements will remain low to run the nodes, which is great for the small people like us. It also makes Kaspa a much more superior DeFi protocol, as it eliminates the requirements for Bridge Kaspa, which is what Casplex is doing, or Wrapped Kaspa, which is what Igra Labs are doing. It keeps the liquidity pooled on the layer 1 instead of fragmented across multiple different rollups and chains, which inherently makes Kaspa safer and more secure. The yellow paper for this, which basically is a much more mathematical version of a white paper, will be released by the end of this month, according to Sompolinsky here, which could also indirectly rally the price of Kaspa with the release of Casplex smart contracts coming out at a similar time. Kaspa is literally reinventing the wheel as we speak, and even the Bitcoin maximalists now are accepting that Kaspa technology is superior to Bitcoin's. Take a listen here.
XRP solves none of that. It is a centralized shitcoin. It's a technology company with no technology. So I see we have a KASPA people as well. I'm not interested in getting in a debate with KASPA people. I'll leave if it comes to that, because listen, I will grant you that you have better technology. If that's what you want, I'll grant you that. It's faster and it's cheaper, kind of because nobody uses it and nobody wants it. But yeah, you can stuff a bunch more transactions, but you will never ever recreate the immaculate conception of Bitcoin. It only happened once. We have perfect scarcity and perfect money now.
Soon the ignorance of we are first and cannot be surpassed for the Bitcoin maxis will change. Kaspa aligns with all the original ethos of Bitcoin without falling short due to the scalability issues. Just before Kaspa was founded, Sompolinsky posted that he is going to do 100 blocks per second with proof of work. Who's coming? We are all along for the ride, and we still have a long way to go. Currently, Kaspa is at 10 blocks per second, and even Stompy's mentor, Viv Zohar, said you don't really need more than 10 BPS. Stompy still wants to do it, but Viv Zohar is completely right, and that's proven in this clip here from CryptoPumps. As we can see here, as I'm playing it along right now, you have 7 different people here in this video, 7 different regions. around the world, from Ireland to Brazil to Malaysia to Romania, Australia, United States, and also Nigeria. 5 KASPA was sent around the world. 35 transactions of multiple times, and the cost at the end of the day was still less than 1 cent. And these transactions, as you can see, lightning fast, internet quick. It's insane what's already available with KASPA, what can happen with KASPA, and it's only going to get better from here. 20 days left. 20 days. The FOMO will start to flood in very soon, and if this cycle does extend, like institutions believe it will, as I've spoken to my VIPs already, then simply put, how high do you think KASPA can go? Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. To learn more, stay ahead of the game, check out the VIP. Here's some of the recent trades. Again, link down below in the description, and as always, family, remember, do your own research, don't be emotional, be logical, and I'll see you in the next one.